everyone, and welcome to today's episode of Erongo Talk. My name is Leandrea Louw, and I'll be your host for today. Now, today we join you from Swakopmund, from the Olupale Traditional Restaurant. As usual, I'm going to bring you the latest news, the weather and tides. It's Erongo Day, so we're going to chat a bit in Afrikaans. I'm going to bring you the Grumpy's fishing report, and our interview for today is with the Omaruru Rest Camp Manager, Kabajani Musa. Now, he's going to share his thoughts surrounding the COVID-19 pandemic and the impact it had on the tourism industry and the way forward. Today is World Smile Day, so make sure you smile even though it's underneath a mask. So don't go anywhere, we'll be right back after this. And now it's time for your news, and like I said earlier, it's Erongo Day, so basically that means every Tuesday you can find Erongo news and pages inside of the national newspaper Republikein. And like I said earlier, we're going to chat a bit in Afrikaans. Now, die Rivendal Veiligheidsdorp op Omaruru word op die oomblik teen 'n beraamde koste van 30 miljoen Namibiese dollar opgerig. Wanneer dit voltooi word, gaan dit uit 26 akkommodasie-eenhede. Nou dit bestaan uit 8 ultra-leaks, 12 leakse en 6 enkelhede bestaan. Nou die ontwikkeling word deur die Walvisbaai se sakeman meneer Simon van Zyl uit sy eie sak gefinansier. Nou vir die bouproses self het hy sy eie baksteen en fondasiemenger vanaf die kus na die binneland gebring. Nou die stap het gelei tot 'n noemenswaardige verlaging in die koste van die eenhede. Nou hy sê dit beteken glad nie dat dit swakker gehalte gaan wees nie. Die kliënt trek uiteindelik voordeel daaruit omdat hulle kostes op die wooneenhede bespaar. Nou daar is reeds groot bestelling vanaf bejaardes en sakemense. Nou die kompleks sal vir almal voorsiening maak, het van Zyl se broer Johan gesê wat in die bestuur is van hierdie bouproses. Nou die bouproses kan binne 12 maande voltooi wees met die eerste 3 eenhede wat reeds binne 3 maande sal pronk. Nou Johan het bygevoeg dat daar minder enkel leakse en ultra-leakse eenhede sal wees sodat die uitsig op die rivier nie belemmer word nie en die natuur ongeskonde sal bly. Al die eenhede is met ligversorging, elektriese oond en gasplate as ook geysers toegerus. Hy sê die komplekse planne maak voorsiening vir 'n mediese sentrum en 'n koffiewinkel. Nou die mediese sentrum bestaan uit 'n dokter se spreekkamer, 'n apteek, 'n noodsorgeenheid, 'n chiropraktisyn en 'n oogkundige. Nou die kompleks gaan omring word deur 'n 2 meter hoë veiligheidsmuur met 'n sekuriteitspos by die hoofingang. In die volgende storie, die Rotariërs van Swakopmund het Vrydag aand vir die eerste keer Swakopmund se helde vereer met hulle toekenning vir plaaslike helde. Nou hulle het verlede jaar die tradisie begin en gedurende hul 60ste herdenkingsjaar besluit om Annelies Swart en Shalig Smit as plaaslike helde te vereer. Swart is die persoonlike assistent van die uitvoerende hoof van die Swakopmund munisipaliteit, meneer Alpheus Benjamin. Nou volgens mevrou Vera Leach, wat Swart vir die toekenning genomineer is sy soos 'n venster in die munisipaliteit in. Wanneer ons enige vrae of voorstelle het, kan ons net op haar knoppie druk. Sy bedien haar gemeenskap in haar werk net soos Rotariërs veronderstel is om die gemeenskap te dien. Nou Smit is 'n veterinêre verpleegster by die Swakopmund veearts en is betrokke by die Habitat projek. Nou Sheila se werk is in ons gemeenskap is net nog 'n deel van ons wat ons uniek maak. Swakopmund maak en sy doen dit in 'n goeie gees. Nou die Habitat projek het ongeveer 1770 honde en katte op Swakopmund gesteriliseer en bedien ook die 4-poot vriende in die Henties-Baai gemeenskap. En dan finaal in ons finale storie. Die bestuurskomitee van die Walvisbaai se munisipaliteit is ten gunste daarvan dat grond aan President Links Estate beskikbaar gestel word vir die ontwikkeling van 'n golflandgoed op die hawe dorp. Nou President Links Estate het reeds in Oktober 2019 'n aansoek ingedien om grond vir die beoogde ontwikkeling te bekom. Volgens een van die ontwikkelaars, meneer Peter Fox, word daar beplan om teen 2022 in alle erns met konstruksiewerk te begin. Die dorpse munisipale raad het informele gesprekke met die ontwikkelaar gevoer in Maart vanjaar, 'n ontwikkelingsvoorstel ingedien het met die versoek vir die daarstelling van 100.034 hektaar grond vir die beoogde ontwikkeling. 'n hersiene voorstel is in Junie 2020 oorweeg na die munisipale raad gevaar dat die hoeveelheid grond waarvoor aansoek gedoen word verminder word. Die aansoeker het toe die hoeveelheid grond in die nuwe voorstel tot 100.000 hektaar verminder. Nou die voorgestelde ontwikkeling behels 'n ontspanningsfasiliteit bestaande uit 'n golfbaan met 'n gepaardgaande klipgeriewe, 'n residensiële landgoed van ongeveer 440 erwe en 19 algemene erwe vir hotel, tyddeeleenhede, 'n aftreeoord, as ook woonstelle en meentuise. Maar julle kan gerus vandag vir julle 'n republikein kry of julle kan hierdie stories en soveel meer op ons webwerf gaan lees wat www.erongo.com.na en dis www.erongo.com.na.
Hi guys, I'm Caitlin Martin, a Namibian karate athlete, and this is Erongo Talk.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good. So tell me about your facility.
Omaruru Camp was established some 20 years ago.
Yes.
And I believe it's well known in Namibia. Most conferences were held here. We have a conference facility. We have a bar. We have plus minus 25 rooms.
Yes.
All self-contained. We have a restaurant.
How have the arrival of COVID-19 impacted your business?
Well, COVID-19 impacted our business very, very badly. We lost quite a lot of money, which we had, like for instance, the first month when the lockdown was implemented.
Yes.
We lost close to 500,000 just for March.
Yes.
Yeah, those were workshops coming because we cater mostly for government ministries and agencies.
Yes.
So we had workshops envisaged for that month. We had other activities that were coming.
Yes.
through. Yes.
And due to the lockdown, it could not happen.
Yes, exactly. Due to the lockdown, everything was cancelled. Everything just came to a standstill.
Yes. Tell me, Mr. Musa, how are things now since the lockdown have been lifted?
Lifting of the lockdown has seen a bit of movement.
Yes.
Though, like I said, it's just a bit. We haven't seen much change.
Yes.
As people are perhaps too scared to move, or they also impacted in some way because they also lost revenue
Yes.
due to the lockdown. So there isn't much money
Yes.
in circulation.
Yes. Tell me, sir, do you think we are too reliant on foreign tourism or tourists?
Yes, I would say so, because if we were not, if the industry was not too reliant on foreign tourists, it wouldn't have collapsed.
Yes.
We would have still the locals. We would have still the locals
Coming
yes,
to visit
to visit
the lodges.
the lodges and all that.
Yes, yes. Now, tell me, what suggestions do you have for the businesses in the tourism industry regarding the way forward?
I think the way forward, one of the things I would suggest is to attract more of our locals. If the local people can come to our establishments,
Yes,
then that way, because we've seen with COVID, it has disrupted all our businesses because of the foreign tourists. Now, if locals were to fill that gap, we wouldn't have this kind of impact
yes,
on our establishments. So I think the first thing is we need to attract the locals.
yes,
We need to make our packages be attractive to the locals.
Yes, sir.
And the other thing is, I think business all over the world has changed due to COVID. We need to look outside the box and see what else can we do to attract customers.
Yes.
Yes.
Now, tell me, what would another lockdown do to your business?
Shut us down completely.
Sure.
Another lockdown, I think it won't be a good thing, in the sense that currently we've known what we must do, and it's the drop in the number of COVID cases is a testimony that we're getting the message across about COVID-19.
Yes.
We know the rules, we know the regulations, we know what to do.
Yes.
And I think the government should start opening up the economy and just maintain that people maintain the health protocols.
Yes.
Yes, I think we won't have a problem. But another lockdown, I think, won't be good for the nation.
Yes. And then finally, have you had any assistance from government during this period?
Well, we applied for Social Security grant, the stimulus package.
Yes.
But we haven't heard feedback yet.
And now for Grumpy's fishing report, we just saw some dolphins, so that's pretty exciting. But anyway, he says that yes, the weather turned out fantastic after a couple of days of heavy swell. Now sure, the galjoen like the rougher waters. Now a decent amount were pulled ashore and pretty much the entire coastline gave some delicious galjoen. Now the better news is that after the full moon and spring tide, the water will become clearer, calmer, and after the strong 3 days of southwest wind, we can assume that the big cob will readily take the bait. Now personally, I will hit the beach just north of Canopy, but other areas like Winston and Bakleigat should also work. Now the ski boats are still getting snook, with the odd yellowtail also being caught. Now a fresh yellowtail is an amazing braai fish, and as we all know, so is snook. Now let's hope that this season is going to be a longer one than the year before. Now usually the snook season will go all the way until February, says Grumpy. Now the ski boats are concentrating on snook for the time being, as they are heavier and easier to catch should one find the school of fish. Now the shark anglers have been a bit quieter due to the spring tide, with heavy swells making the fishing a bit stuffer. But this is going to change quickly again, and the rod should bend over double very soon. Now with the big cob being expected, one can be quite certain that the sharks will be around too. Now generally the more northern fishing areas bring bigger sized fish to the beach. The likes of octopus, baby squid, sardines, pike and horse mackerel will do the trick. Now until next time, tight lines everyone. And now for your weather and tides, kicking off with the tides. High tide was this morning at 28 minutes past 5, low tide at 10 minutes past 11. High tide will be at 25 minutes to 6 this afternoon, and then low tide will be at 26 minutes to midnight tonight. Now the best fishing time is 1 minute past 4 to 3 minutes past 5. So it's a time just before Chaila time. And then for your temperatures, sunrise was this morning at 6 6:30, my bad. And then sunset will be at 7 o'clock this afternoon. So basically this is more or less the times for sunrise and sunset for all the towns in the region. Now a maximum temperature of 18 degrees Celsius is expected for today in Walvish Bay with a west-northwesterly wind. And then for tomorrow a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 17 degrees Celsius. Now in Swakopmund, where we find ourselves, it's very cold. Maximum temperature for today is 16 degrees Celsius with a west-northwesterly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius. For Henties Bay, maximum temperature for today 16 degrees Celsius with a westerly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 14 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 16 degrees Celsius. Then for Arandas, maximum temperature for today, 26 degrees Celsius with a west-northwesterly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 11 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 22 degrees Celsius. For Usakos, a maximum temperature of 32 degrees Celsius is expected for today with a southeasterly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 9 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius for tomorrow. For Karibab, maximum temperature for today, 32 degrees Celsius with a southeasterly wind. For tomorrow, a cold minimum of 9 degrees Celsius and a hot maximum of 33 degrees Celsius. And then finally for Omaruru, maximum temperature for today is 33 degrees Celsius with a southerly wind. For tomorrow, a minimum of 10 degrees Celsius and a maximum of 34 degrees Celsius. Now that's your weather and tides for today and tomorrow. Brings us to the end of today's episode of Erongo Talk, but you can check out our website at www.erongo.com.na. That's www.erongo.com.na. Please follow us on Facebook, on Twitter and on Instagram, or if you have any news or just want to say, hi guys, keep on doing what you're doing, or you just want to get in contact with us for advertisement opportunities, you can do so at 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040. Now this marks the end of our show, so if you haven't answered that pop-up question, now is the time to answer that question, because you can win your share of accommodation vouchers courtesy of the Namibia Tourism Expo, slated for the 4th to the 7th of November. Also happening in November is we're going to have a holiday supplement. So if you want to advertise your business or just tell us what's happening at the coast or in the rest of the region, please do so and get in contact with us at 0811 7040. That's 0811 7040. And like I said earlier, today is World Smile Day. So let's find something to smile about today. I know we still find ourselves in the COVID-19 pandemic, so smile a bit, wash your hands, wear your mask and adhere to the social distancing protocols. My colleague Aruf Kaure will join you tomorrow from Walvish Bay with the latest news and the weather and tides. So we'll see you again here tomorrow, 12 o'clock, same time, same place. But until then, bye.